All right, hi artists. So our first step for our James Rizzi inspired cityscapes is we actually have to draw some part of a city. I just made mine up, but I did look at a skyline of Chicago to try to recreate some of our more famous buildings. So I have the Sears Tower back here. Some people call it the Willis Tower. And I tried to do the Prudential building here, which is this building in the city that has kind of a diamond-shaped top. If you have a favorite city that you like, you guys Google it, look it up, and see if you can recreate some simple shapes from that city skyline. I'm going to walk you guys through how to get started, but our big thing today is we're going to do a lot of overlapping, and so that means I'm going to draw very lightly in pencil, and then I want to make sure I have a good eraser. So you want to make sure either your pencil has a good eraser. I have one of these handheld ones that's really great, or just like a regular old eraser that you might have at home or at school. So first thing, let's get started, and all we're doing today is we're just creating our buildings. Throughout the week, we're going to be adding more and more detail, but today we want to just establish all these beautiful buildings lined up, overlapped, and ready to go. All right, tomorrow and the next day, we're going to start adding faces and windows and doors and color and all that good stuff. But today, let's get here. Okay, first thing, whenever we do a landscape, or in this case a cityscape, we want to go in our horizontal direction for our paper. If we went this way, we wouldn't really have a whole lot of space to create a ton of city or a ton of buildings. So first thing I'm going to do, let me turn my camera around so we can do this together and I'm able to draw without having to go backwards or upside down. Now, I like to kind of just start in the middle, start with one of my favorite buildings, and that's going to be my Prudential building. That's the one that's got the triangle. Again, just watch and see how I do it. I draw very lightly because I do overlap and I do need to make sure some buildings are in front of others. So in order for that to work, I am going to draw nice and lightly. Okay, so here is my first building. My next building, I think I'm going to do something a little shorter down here. Just a real basic rectangle like that. Maybe down here, I'm going to draw a little building. And you guys see I'm going to draw right in front. Because this building's in front, I need to erase this line. That's what I mean when I say we need to draw very lightly because it's so much easier to erase it then. Okay, we're doing okay. We're looking good. I want to draw a nice tall building up here, but maybe a little bit wider. Bring this paper down or this line down. And maybe I'm going to add a little something at the top. Just to make it more interesting. I don't want every building to just end with the flat line on the top. And they don't have to be perfect. You might notice this one's a little slanted, and that's okay. Totally fine. I'm going to start doing maybe another little building over here. I'm going to start out with one side, and then I'm going to do another layer, and I'm going to leave it there because this building's going to be in front. Maybe I'll do a little dome top on this guy. And I want to fill this gap right here, so I'm going to do kind of another tall building back here. And maybe I'll give it a little lightning rod antenna or something like that. That looks cool. All right, I'm noticing I have a lot of open space over here. I need to do something. So I think I'm going to do another, I like a clock tower. I think that's so cool. So I'm going to start out with just a square, put a circle inside. And this is just what I'm doing, you guys. You can change yours. You don't have to make it like mine. In fact, I think it's so much more creative and awesome if you guys were to just do your own version of a city. Try not to copy mine. Try to do something unique and interesting and very cool. Okay, so here's the beginning of my clock tower. Maybe I'll go in front of this building a little bit. Bring down my lines. And then this line has to be erased because my clock tower is in front of this building. Looking pretty good. And maybe I'll do another nice, like, short little squat building down here. This could be like a little storefront where you can get some coffee or something. And just to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to do some repeating shapes at the top of this building. Make sure everybody knows this one's in front. And then I'm going to squeak one more skyscraper in. Maybe behind. I'm going to do one more lightning rod like that. That's going to look so cool. Okay, this looks pretty good. You want to get somewhere around here. You want to start adding any other small details to your buildings if you'd like to. For example, like maybe I want to do just a small, simple rectangle at the top of this building. And let's see, that's about it. I feel like this is pretty detailed. This looks pretty good. Tomorrow's when I could start adding faces and personality to my buildings. So we want to be here, somewhere here by the end of class today. If you guys can get here, that'd be awesome. And like I said, each day this week, we're going to be working towards building more and more details on our drawings. All right, friends, post your progress on the Seesaw. Let me see how you're doing. And I can't wait to see how these look on Friday.